Well, hey everybody, and you're watching this on Monday, so happy Monday, but it is the end of day Sunday for me when I'm recording this. The team is finishing up on stage, and I just finished up the third sermon of the day, throwing back a Diet Coke, and I just wanted to spend a few minutes with you as you start off your week and just reflect for a minute on today's message. We wrapped up the series, Choose Joy, because joy is a choice. It's available to you, by the way, every one of you, no matter what you're going through in life, it's available to you. And I taught you today about the choice of praise, and we called it a sacrificial choice, because sometimes we don't want to praise, we don't feel like praising. We can't even see around us what we need to praise for, but it's a sacrifice because you choose to put it on like a garment. It was a great day. Oh man, it was a great day. The spirit in the house was phenomenal. And from what I've heard, those of you joining us online, the chat, if you're not chatting along, you need to start. Come on. It's how you get that community of being together, even when you're watching maybe alone. And so it was a phenomenal day. I want to just maybe pull out a couple big ideas for you, a couple things I didn't get to flesh out completely. Because we talked a lot about praise as it relates to corporate, being together in the house and singing together. You can actually praise on your own too, by the way. You don't need to wait for me or for our worship leaders or our Water's Edge band. You can praise on your own. It's how I start almost every single day. I start with a cup of coffee, because I need it, a cup of coffee in a hand, and my YouVersion Bible app, and I usually find a praise song that I love to put on in the background, just to focus my attention, my heart on not the here and now, but on the there and later, and to think about eternity, not about what is not on what is temporary. And so I would encourage you to find a time, find a place, find some music that helps you praise even on your own. Now, let me just unpack one other big idea today that I think is really super important for everybody to hear, and that is that praise maybe looks a little different than worship. Scriptures actually talk about those two things, sometimes interchangeably, but sometimes separate, praise and worship. And in fact, the songs that we sing are deliberately more praise-driven or worship-driven. Worship is more introspective. Worship is more me toward God, God's love toward me. It's more personal in that regard. And praise often is the louder, the more outward. I taught it as outward today. It's outwardly focused. It's not necessarily inward. It's declarative about God, and praise speaks of something, declares something, whereas worship kind of invites us into more of an experience with God and an encounter with Him. Both are super important in our spiritual walk. Both are super important as we follow Jesus, and both are important ways for you to choose joy in your life, in your heart. So quick review, everybody. All right, quick review. The first week we learned that the first choice is prayer. Make that choice the first of every day, and you get joy. The second week, we learned about purity. It's the daily choice. Every day, choose to be pure, and you'll get joy. The third choice is the life-giving choice, which is why Love Week is going to be so important, because purpose is the life-giving choice. Choose purpose for your life, and you get joy. And then today, we learn about the sacrificial choice, and that is praise. Hey, it's so good to be back today. Many of you know I've been away for the last several weeks, not preaching, and it felt so good to be back in the house today, delivering the message. I love you guys, and I'm thankful that you joined me today to start off your week. If you weren't here for Choose Joy Part 4, make sure you catch it online, watch the service online, and tune in And also get ready for Love Week, everybody, because it's coming soon. Hey, happy Monday to you. Have a great, great week, everybody. I love you. Grateful for you. Choose to praise and you'll get some joy.